It doesn't matter who you're with at what time, like you are still always, like if you are a bisexual person, you are bisexual. You don't need to date someone to look bisexual, to pass as bisexual. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, the film student extraordinaire, and it is Bi Awareness Week, Bi Plus Awareness Week, celebrating bisexual people, pansexual people, and more. And this is not a specific flag, it's just the general pride flag, but I'm very happy to be in the LGBT plus community, and I'm making a video today to talk about some of my favorite bisexual icons, or bicons.
I was kissing you with my eyes open, but you said keep them closed and be in the moment.
Now, in the past, I made videos about coming out as bisexual and a video talking about bi erasure, and I will be sure to leave those videos. I will try to put them up in the cards as well as in the description if you want to watch those and hear more about my story, but I wanted a more kind of fun video. Nothing too long, nothing too crazy, just talk about some of my favorite famous bisexual people. These are not all of them, and if you have a bicon that I don't mention, please feel free to leave it down in the comments so everyone else can find more awesome bisexual people to find as role models and support systems. I'm going to be referring to my notes because I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget anyone that I had kind of come up with. These are not all my favorite bisexual people. These are just the ones that I could come up with for this list, okay? So if I don't mention someone, please don't be offended. And as I already said, leave them in the comments below so other people can find them. Also, Celebrate Bisexuality Day is the 23rd of September, which will be tomorrow, so go celebrate bisexual people tomorrow. Now, the first of my bicons would be Alan Cumming. I think, first of all, a lot of people just assume he's gay because he's married men twice, and I just think it's great to have more representation. I feel like when people think of bisexual people, I think a lot of women come up, and definitely a lot of people that I'm going to mention today are women, probably because I relate to them more as a woman myself. But I think it's just awesome to show all types. And also, I just love Alan Cumming. I just saw him in Schmigadoon. Such a good show. And I just love that representation that's out there. Then there's Angelina Jolie. I think to have such a powerhouse of a woman, of an actress, she is a mom, she does all this stuff. And for her to be bisexual and open about relationships with women, about how it doesn't matter. In some interviews, I think that's just so incredible to have. And also, if I could have her cheekbones, because we're both bi, that should happen. Why don't I have her cheekbones ready? I forgot about that, I put him on this list. Then I have Anthony Perkins, because we could be horrifying and creepy bi people can be. I don't know why I said it like that. It's like a yoga, not yoga. I have yoga later, Yoda. My brain is not working today. He's such a fun actor from Psycho. Not that all bisexual people are psychos, but we could be. Then I've got Auli'i Carvalho. I definitely pronounced her name wrong. She is the voice of Princess Moana. And I just think even though Disney doesn't have an official bisexual Disney princess, the fact that a voice of a Disney princess, Moana, is someone who is bisexual, I think is amazing representation. We are princesses and queens as well as straight girls. And I think that's just amazing to have. Then of course, there's David Bowie. I think he's a LGBT plus icon for tons and tons of people. I mean, just a fashion king, right? And then just in general, just tells it like it is, isn't afraid to totally himself. And I just think that's just amazing. And I really admire him. Then we've got Eleanor Roosevelt. Now, I don't approve of everything Eleanor Roosevelt did, but she had her long time female best friend, lover, based off some of these really endearing letters that were found. And I just think it's hard to be someone who's she's definitely always publicly and openly in the closet about that. And I just think the fact that she was still able to do some things and keep going Obviously, I think everyone should be able to come out of the closet and be open about their sexuality, but I know it's just not the case for everyone. So I just think that's very like respectable. Then we've got Frida Kahlo. I don't even know if I need to like explain why Frida Kahlo is like a bicon for me, but I mean, her art is just, you know, it explores sexuality and sensuality and, you know, representation and who you are and who she is. And it's just, I think it's just like incredible queer artwork. Then we've got Hans Christian Andersen. I mean, I think he's just like, I love like Hans Christian Andersen stories. I mean, some of them are so demented, like horrible stuff happens in these stories. And I just think it's like just kind of fun and incredible that, you know, he's like a famous writer that a lot of people don't even know was bisexual. Then we've got Janelle Monae. I mean, again, like, do I need to explain? She's just like a total boss. You see her, like she acts, she sings, she dances, she has like amazing, you know, she just expresses herself with her words and her clothing just so well. And I think we could all do to be more like her. What about Lady Gaga? I like Lady Gaga. I really grew to like her after I watched her like 5 foot, I think just like 5 foot or 5'2" documentary. I thought that was like very insightful. I really appreciated that. And I think just to show like everyone goes through struggles, and she's just kind of really turned those struggles into making amazing music to help other people kind of cope with their lives. And that's awesome. That's really cool to me. Then there's Marlene Dietrich. She's like a much older actress, like black and white movie old. I just love a ton of her old films. I had no clue she was bisexual until recently. And I just think that's like, obviously bisexual people have been around like forever, right? But it's just so many times I feel like people think of bisexual people like now. And I just was like, oh yeah, we exist. We've always existed. Woo! Then got Mary Shelley. I mean, Frankenstein, the fact that person who wrote Frankenstein, it's just like we're everywhere. Bisexual people are everywhere and do everything, you know? We're not just like sad people who do nothing. Like sometimes we are, but we're writers, performers, like we discover things, we create stuff. I mean, obviously Alfred Kinsey, well, not obviously, but Alfred Kinsey was bisexual. He's not a bicon of mine, but he did come up with the Kinsey scale. Like we have a lot to offer the world. Like every type of person does that. It's just like so important to see different icons. Obviously a lot of my icons are in the entertainment business because I want to be an entertainer, right? Like I want to be a filmmaker, so that makes sense for me. Also, did I recognize as Oscar Wilde? I saw Oscar Wilde's tomb, actually. That has nothing to do with being bisexual, but he's just he wrote some fun stuff. Then Tessa Thompson, great actress. Again, like, and she's a woman of color. I'm not a woman of color, but I just like seeing this representation and intersectionality across everything, because I think a lot of people kind of feel like you're in one box, but like no one is just in one box, right? And then the last of my bicons, though, again, as I keep saying, like these are not just the only ones that I really like. They're just the ones that I came up with for this list for now, was Virginia Woolf. I just think Virginia Woolf is like just a total insane, awesome lady, right? Like, just like, yeah, I don't really feel like dealing with you all, so I'm just gonna like not, right? And the fact that, you know, we should be able to choose what we want to do, what we want to say about ourselves. And, you know, some of these people on my list, like, were publicly open. Some of them necessarily weren't, depending on the times. But that doesn't make them any more or less bisexual to be out or not. Whether you are with a woman, with a man, with whoever, with someone, like, non-gender conforming, like, but it doesn't matter who you're with at what time. Like, you are still always, like, if you are a bisexual person, you are bisexual. You don't need to date someone to look bisexual, to pass as bisexual. And like before this video, I was spent literally forever trying to come up with a bisexual outfit. I was like looking up bisexual outfits, and I was like, wait a second, I am bisexual. So whatever I wear is a bisexual outfit. Like, I just sometimes feel a lot of pressure because I am definitely very straight passing. My last 2 like long-term relationships were with men. So like, there's definitely this, I just sometimes feel a lot of pressure to like try to fit into the LGBT+ community as someone who's like never really been in a long-term relationship with a woman. Although like, I feel like I need to justify that. Like I was about to say, although I've been on dates with women, but like it shouldn't matter. It does not matter. Like it shouldn't matter how I'm perceived as long as I know how I identify and people respect that. It's just not that simple, but I'm hoping that by like just sharing more people who are bisexual, just like reminding people like there are tons of bisexual people out there, and like don't ever assume someone's sexuality or identity just based off what you can see about them. So go celebrate bi people. They deserve it. We deserve it. And then like celebrate everybody, but like especially bi people this weekend, tomorrow, the 23rd. All right, I will see you guys later. Oops, I forgot. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your bicons or whatever, and then subscribe. Support a bisexual person. And I will see you next time.